Hi, my name is Ian Bawa, and I'm a filmmaker from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And I've been making movies, well, since I was young, which is, I'm going to pretend and say a year ago. No, I've been making movies for like at least over a decade, or at least a decade at this point, and it's been great. So in the past year, the industry kind of, or at least for me, work-wise, I was like a travel producer for a while, and I, for one, had to learn to become an introvert. And being an introvert and not seeing people is really hard because, one, it doesn't strike my mind for creativity. On the film industry side, obviously, like just new standards, new rules, new process things, everything's a lot slower to get done, which is kind of interesting. And everyone's just a little more careful. And I think that's important, but also it's a fine line that we kind of just need to do that right now. We are lucky that things are being shot, or that people are finding ways of being shot, and there still is an industry, even though it obviously was delayed for a while. But yeah, no, it's cool, and it's like life will find a way to make entertainment, is kind of that, or to tell stories, and that's what we're kind of doing, like despite what the world is. So Strong Son was a short film, or is a short film I made about a year ago for fun on a one take Super 8 contest. And I shot this really idea I had that came from a breakup that was basically about my dad and a bodybuilder working out together. So I casted the movie with my actual father and a bodybuilder friend. I just showed it around friends, and they really liked it. That gave me motivation to, like, well, maybe I should try to submit to some A-list festival. TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival, accepted it. So it had its world premiere at TIFF, which was very interesting because it's a COVID year, and it was the first big A-list festival to play or like screen during COVID. And so they did it all online, but they also only took 30 shorts and 50 features, which is very low for them. They usually take over 100 shorts and a bunch of features. So this film really, I'm going to say, blew up in a sense of, like, it got a lot of critical acclaim and got a lot of reviews and media and press. And that sparked interest in producers around Canada, which was cool. That they asked me if I had a feature idea. So I recently signed an agreement to write and direct the feature version of Strong Son. I say regularly is like progression. So keep making things. And whether that's like TikToks or whatever, creativity is a muscle. And if you don't use it, it will like fade or get weaker, and like it's harder to like start it up. And like, hey, I fall into that too. So like falling into like doing something creative is very important, because you're only as good as your last project. And that's what I always say. Find people you like to work with, but don't also force it. And lastly, find your champion. What you need is someone to just remind you that you're good and to keep going, whether that's your parents, your best friend, a partner, a grandparent, whatever. Like, find that person that you can like show something you're making or doing, or just even get a pep talk. It's almost like a counselor in a sense. Like, you just someone to bring up your energy when you're feeling low. I've always said, like, you could be very successful. You could be the most talented person in the room. Like, you could be 90% talent and 10% hustle, but might not do as well. If you're 90% hustle and 10% talent, I think you'd be more successful. I think hustle is like a bigger part of the game than talent, which is sad to say, but like it's just the way
Yeah.
our culture is. In the end, like what keeps me just going is just like being surrounded by like creativity and needing to be creative.